Nice. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so finally got what I said I was gonna get. Got me a set of quick jacks. These are the 5,000 TLs. So they lift 5,000 pounds, which is perfect because the car weighs like 30, or not 30, wow. Like 400 pounds. So it works out perfect. This is the little like module. I used to have one of these back in the day, and a lot of stuff's been upgraded. Like those are way better. But this, I don't know about, because this used to be metal, like aluminum. Now it's plastic. So I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like they kind of cheaped out on that. But like everything else seems way better. Like the kit's nice. This is the lowest setting, and there's plenty of room under there. It's really hard to tell on camera, obviously, but I can roll under it and have room. And there's another setting over here that's obviously gonna take it way higher. But for what I'm doing, I don't need that. Just want to show you guys. Finally, I have a quick jack, so I no longer have to jack from the front. Unfortunately, I still have to use these, and I tried it before without those, but it didn't have enough room for it to, like, I guess, build pressure to lift the car. So still have to use those, which is whatever. Obviously, this isn't, difficult to do. But today, I have a lot of new parts that I'm gonna open up and show y'all. Got a couple different things going on here. So first up, I'll talk about these. These are those jack pads that replace this like crappy, like rubber ones we have that get destroyed really fast. So these are from Verus, and these are a billet. These come in black, red, and blue. I got red because it's gonna stand out. Got new window anti-buffeting things. Let me open this up real quick. These are from Verus. Right now I have AMS or AWE or something, and like these look horrible. I've had them for a year, and like look at that, it's horrible. So these are from Verus. Verus, as you guys may or may not know, they helped build like I think it was the unicorn or hoolicorn, that Porsche that Hooligan rode with. So like these guys obviously know what they're doing when it comes to like aerodynamics and whatnot. So I got their kit. So it just kind of like goes on. Obviously remove this one, but it goes on right there. And they said that these are actually useful, like they're not just here. And I'm pretty excited. Initially I didn't want carbon fiber, that's why I went with the gloss black, but these I think they'll be clean. Plus I got the carbon fenders. I'm gonna have a carbon hood eventually whenever I guess they finish making it and ship it. So that's what these are. So we'll move on to the SPL parts, and we'll get to those. That'll be, I don't know what you guys are gonna think about that one, but I'll get to those. Next, I got the traction arms and toe arms, and these are, you can tell they're toe because they got the eccentric delete or whatever. So I was gonna get the camber ones too, obviously, and we'll talk about all this here in a second. But I got the traction arms, so I'll be installing these today. I have an alignment tomorrow actually, so install those, and we're gonna install these. Should be super simple. We're just gonna line them up to what they are right now. Should be simple. And so camber arms I was going to get, because obviously you need camber arms the most. And the thing is with doing the camber arms, you have to like drop the whole rear subframe, and right now I don't really have time for that. But those are the most important, because when you squat during a pull, when it squats, you're getting more natural camber. So I got to get those. Those are next, but I went ahead and got these for now. All right, last up, these two things. I am really excited about this. As stupid as it is going to sound, super excited for this one. So, if you guys know, I have this little thing right here. The Velossa Tech, it sends, you get air in through right there, and then it basically comes up, and then it goes right here. So when it goes to right here, it does, that's it. Like it just has this big funnel right here that just pushes air there. So then you're just kind of hoping that the air that comes right here goes into your engine bay. So with what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete the elbow off of this guy and delete this whole section. And then I'm gonna take this and basically connect it to the duct here. So I'm gonna connect it like this. I believe it's a 4-inch, I hope it's a 4-inch. And then I have a 2.5 inch right here. So it's gonna go like that. And then this stretches out to 4 feet. And I'm sure you guys can figure it out. I'm gonna connect it to that, and I'm gonna go through here and then go through the factory hole right here and then point it up. All right, so I popped the hood. Some more on this. So can't really see it, but there's a hole right there, and that's like the factory hole that supplies air into your factory air box. So I can take that and I can put it through that hole, and basically it's gonna look corny, but honestly you can't really see in there unless like you're really looking. And then I'm gonna try and zip tie angling it up so that all the air that comes through the Velossa duct just goes straight through and then up, so it can actually feed this turbo. Before I was gonna do the suspension, I figured I'd go ahead and put my new ones on, just because 3M tape does take longer to cure to give you like a better adhesion or adhesive or whatever. So you see I took this off, I already got this one on. So what's nice about these is obviously they are carbon, you can see that, but how you can see where the 3M tape goes, it's indented. So it makes a more flush fit. The thing with those is they didn't do that. They had like this gap along the whole thing to where air actually got under it, and you could hear it while driving, you could hear this high-pitched whistle. So with these, they don't do that because they're gonna have a direct fit. And it's an easy fit. Like you can tell exactly where it needs to sit. I just made it flush with this guy, and then just basically where it gets off this curve and onto here. And yeah, it's pretty simple. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, then we'll do suspension. Went ahead and knocked out one side just so I can make sure I knew what I was doing here. I don't know if I got complete idiot. Slide in the car here. Yeah, so it's pretty simple. See, it's a mess. This piece, you guys just did a total 360. This was installed right here. This is the toe arm. This was installed right here, so it's pretty simple. You just want to take this out all the way, like the nut, and then you can just press this through. So it's gonna nut, this is how it sits, take the nut off, and then just push it through here. And then you're able to take this off. This is a 20, ooh, it's a big boy. I think a 21, 23. Nope, too big. Oh, bigger. I don't know where it went. But I'm pretty sure it's a 21. So do this side first. Make sure when you guys adjust this, like very first, adjust this to the same length as the actual like stock arm. So like what I'm talking about is like the distance from here and then the distance on this one. Make sure they're as even as possible. And then install this one first, and then install this one. Make sure you put this inside the little groove there. And then the traction arm, super easy, do the same thing. Adjust the middle piece for the threads here, showing that the arm is the same length as the factory arm, and tighten these down. And then I installed it on this side first, and then this side. And that's pretty much it. Super easy install for both of them. The camber arms look a little more tough. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see them. So this is like your forward lateral arm, and then your camber arm is, I don't know if I'll be able to, is like this one. I can't, it's kind of hard to see. It's this one right here. I can't find an angle to show you, but the bolt and the nut apparently are like super hard to get to. So you gotta like drop the whole subframe. Finish doing the other side, and then tomorrow you'll see me dropping it off to get alignment. Just got the alignment done. By looking at this, it was 0.29 pointing inward, and she got that fixed up, 0.11 in spec. So we are good now on both sides. This side I don't think was bad. It was just barely out actually, but she got that fixed up too. These also worked really well. Got on the highway, going about 80 and nothing. So awesome, those worked. As far as I can tell for the toe and traction arms, I did get on it a little bit just on the road. And they felt, the rear end feels a little sturdier, you know? I don't know if that's just a mind thing, because it probably is. But it did feel, it feels more solid in the rear. Let's just say that. Again, that could just be my mind. It'll all come down to when I actually do like some more testing and whatnot. Especially like with the draggy. especially on these tires, because like the welds I'd never spin, but with these I'd spin. So I'm curious to see on how these react now with the traction arm. Apparently the traction arm actually is really helpful, but I have my doubts. I just did it just for whatever the word would be, to help. Anyways, that's where I'm gonna end this video. I'm gonna throw these back on here in a little bit after I go to the gym. And yeah, I think my next video will be going over installing this thing. I'm super excited for that. And I have IET gauge, and I have a testing plan for this. Not just through that gauge, but through the air compressor. I have an idea. But I'll see you guys in the next video.